Alright, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Phantom Anime Reviewer here, back again on the Phantom Anime Reviewer channel. And I want to say what's going on. It's been quite some time since I've done a video on here. It's been quite some time since I've been active on this channel. Well, I have been on, obviously. I've been, monitoring the channel and stuff like that in terms of, all the analytics or whatever. But in terms of videos, this will be the first video I've done in about a month or so on this channel. But yeah, so what's going on, folks? For anybody who was wondering what happened, I've been around. I've mostly more so been active on my main channel, that being Wrestling Otaku. But I wanted to get back to doing content on this channel because, well, that's pretty much what I've been trying to do. And so greatly appreciate, by the way, everybody who's been enjoying the content that I put on here, the clips, the various clips, the anime openings and things of that nature, and other stuff that I've been doing. I see that the channel has now amassed a little over 500 subscribers. We're now at I believe I'm now at 557 last I checked here on the channel, so that's great. The channel growth is incredible. I love seeing it, even though I haven't been as active in the last month. I haven't really been active in the last month. It's a great thing to see. So I want to keep that train going, keep it going. So I want to say what's going on, folks. It is now officially Tuesday, June 24th of 2025. We're approaching midnight. It's like 11:45 at the time of this recording. So by the time I finish this video, it will probably be past midnight. So it'll technically be Wednesday, June 25th. So I want to go ahead and do a video here, because as I just stated, I want to get back to doing some content. And there are several videos that I plan on doing, and I got some opportunities to upload some more stuff. I want to get back to uploading some more content, both in terms of me speaking like I'm doing here, and in terms of various clips and such. So we're now approaching not only the end of June, this is the final week of June. We're not only approaching the end of June, but also the end of the spring 2025 anime season. A lot of them are wrapping. A lot of the anime that have been airing are either have already wrapped up or are wrapping up this week. And a good number of the ones that I'm watching have wrapped up. It's just like within the next couple days, actually, within the next, 4 or 5 days, the ones that I'm watching will be wrapped up. And so, yeah, so we're approaching the end of spring, and we're going now, starting in July, we're going to be starting some of those summer 2025 anime titles. And so there's several that I'm looking forward to. There's a number of, season 2s, continuations, some even season 3s going into the summer months, going into the summer 2025 anime calendar that I'm personally looking forward to. And I plan on doing several videos talking about ones I'm most looking forward to. As I have done previously, I'm obviously going to make a list of the ones that I will be watching, or the ones that I'm currently watching, as I have done for like the last year or so on the channel. I always make a video where I show off the list of anime that I'm watching for what, current season. And I'll be doing that with the summer 2025 anime as well. And on top of that, I want to at some point, get around to doing some videos, some reviews of the anime that I've been watching for the spring anime, and really of a number of anime that I've watched this year, dating back to early, the beginning of 2025. So all that content will be coming your way. It's just a matter of me finding the time to record and upload and all that kind of stuff. I've been busy, been keeping busy, but did not want to negate the content that I do on here on this channel. But anyway, so with that being said, that brings me here to today. So tonight, with this video, I'm going to be doing a little, another kind of video in a sense that I've done in the past, where I'm going to show off another of my manga collection, one of my collections of manga that I've been kind of gathering really throughout the last few months, since the beginning of this year. So late last year, I showed off my manga collection for the 100 Girlfriends Who Really, Really, Really Love You. At the time, I was like around 8 or 9 volumes in or whatever. Now, obviously, I have a lot more, which I'll get to doing an update video showing off the ones that I got within the last couple months. And I also have, I'm also collecting the Air Gear manga series as well. And so I haven't completed that collection yet. When I do, I'll be sure to make a video showcasing that. But here today with this video, I'm going to be showing you the third manga series that I've been collecting since the beginning of this year, since around February, March is when I started collecting it. And that being a series that I've talked about, a series that I've done reactions to, and a series that I've aired clips of here on the channel, and a lot of you have enjoyed them. There's actually some of my most viewed videos on this channel are those clips from the series. I'm going to show off my manga collection for the 2.5 Dimensional Seduction anime series, or manga series. I'm going to be showing you guys my 2.5 Dimensional Seduction manga collection. Sorry, my words got all jumbled up there. But anyway, so yeah, man, I've gotten the opportunity like I said, early this year in February, after 2.5 Dimensional Seduction wrapped up, of course, with the it wrapped up, late last year, the anime series. And so, obviously, I was a fan of it. A lot of other people were fans of it. And like I said, a lot of those clips that I uploaded here on the channel have amassed a ton of viewership. And also, it was announced that there is a season 2 for 2.5 Dimensional Seduction in production right now. We just have to wait and see when it's going to be released. They haven't announced a release date as of yet. I imagine it's going to be sometime next year, 2026, maybe even, hopefully mid to late 2026, if not probably 2027. I hope it releases some point next year, at some time next year. But for the time being, I decided just randomly one day, I said, hey, you know what, while I'm waiting, why don't I go ahead and collect the manga series? Because the manga had been releasing for the last few years, and there aren't too many volumes. And I thought, it's a pretty solid series, and so I thought I should go ahead and collect the manga of this as well. So before this, I haven't collected a whole lot of manga, but there's only like certain ones that I want to collect because there's a lot of manga out there, and I don't want to be that guy who just like collects a series and it ends up being like a shit ton of, like, for example, One Piece has over 100 manga volumes. I don't want to freaking, Jesus Christ, all the money you would spend for all those. I mean, if somebody's a collector and they want to, gather the, One Piece or whatever elongated series like that, then, by all means, you spend your money how you want. But for me personally, I want to spend it, I want to get series that are like not as long, and the ones that I can actually collect and finish and complete the collection, if that makes any sense. But anyway, so I got the idea earlier this year to collect the 2.5 Dimensional Seduction manga, so I figured I'd go ahead and show you guys my collection so far in this video. So with that being said, without further ado, let me just go ahead and do it already, because I know I've been kind of rambling. So with that being said, let us begin. We'll start from obviously the first ones and then work our way up. So here I have in my hands the 2.5 Dimensional Seduction Manga Volume 1. There you see, of course, the cover art. It is, of course, Ririsa, the female MC of the series. You'll see this is her regular appearance, and this is her in cosplay as Lilia. So, of course, very beautiful, very, very nice there, very beautiful there. And here's the back. There you see Ririsa along with the other MC of the series, that being Okumura. And you got a little synopsis, little description there, as you'll see usually with these manga volumes. And there you see the side there. And so yeah, so which by the way, all these manga, every volume in the series that I've collected is brand new. I don't mind collecting, used series. I don't mind collecting used manga volumes, because I have in the past, especially for Air Gear. But if I can get it new and I can get a good price for it, I'm gonna get it new. So each and every single volume, every single manga volume that I'm gonna show you here is brand new, brand spanking new, hardly been touched. So I've been reading through them at my leisure. So this is the first one. Here's Volume 1. Okay, so next up we have, this is Volume 2. Here we have Volume 2. As you can see there's the other kind of MC, if you will. She certainly makes regular appearances in the series. This being Mikuri, the girl in the series who has obviously a big crush on Okumura, since her childhood. Here's her regular appearance, and then here's her in cosplay as one of the characters. And so here's the back, and there you see the two other characters that the MCs meet at their at the conventions, what have you. If you watched the anime, you'll know who these two are. I forget their name right offhand. It kind of eludes me, but yeah. So those are the two characters there. Okay, moving right along. Here is we have Volume 3, and there you see, of course, the teacher she's a teacher at the school at Ririsa and Okumura school, and she's also basically the guidance counselor for the manga club and all that, and she basically advises them and all that kind of stuff. And so here's her regular appearance, and here's her in cosplay, because she used to be a famous cosplayer in her day. She was one of the 4 queens of cosplay or whatever have you. And so here's another character there. And again, all these are in great shape, great condition. They're all, like I said, brand new, brand spanking new, and they got that new manga smell and all that. So here we go, continuing along. Here we have Volume 4. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I should keep track of Volume 4. Here's one of the other queens of cosplay, Nagomi, I believe that's her name. Here's her regular self, her regular appearance, and then here's her in cosplay. And then we got the back, and that's Nagomi's manager, I believe. And so you got, again, well, the covers for these manga are really solid, man. They really went all out in the covering for these things. The cover art is great, and then there's the side and the synopsis, and there you go. So continuing along, so excuse me, here we have volume 5. And there you see the other, kind of MC, if you will. She comes in later. Nonoa. At first, she's like, a really shy girl who views reader shows like competition or something like that. Or really, she just wants to make friends, and they end up making friends with her. Of course, so here's her regular self, her regular appearance, and here's her in cosplay. And I really like it how they have one side, when it comes to these earlier volumes, they have a character in the series, one as their regular self and the one in cosplay. I really like that. And then here's the back. Here's Ririsa, who's in costume again. She's in a different uniform here, or a different outfit here, still cosplaying as Lilio. All right, so there we go. Moving along, I just want to kind of go one at a time. I don't want to take too long with one volume because I want to keep this going. So here's volume 6, and here we got the fourth and one of the more popular, just based on reaction, characters in the series. That being Arya, the Gyaru, if you will. And so here's her in regular, attire, and then here's her in cosplay as one of the characters along with Lilio. And so here's the back. That's the character from the cosplay. I forget where he's from, but he makes a cameo appearance in one of the episodes, and he is also in this volume as well. So, or in the series as well, he makes an appearance as well. So anyway, continuing along. I don't want to get too much in depth here. Like I said, I don't want this video to be too long. Here's volume 7, and as you can see, we have all 4 of the female MCs on the cover. We have, of course, Lilio, played by Ririsa. We have Mikuri. We have Arya, and then we have Nonoa, and they're all in cosplay costume together. They're all in basically character together. And I believe this is the volume where they do that. They all are, they get together and they have that one convention. They cosplay at that one convention. And here's 2 cosplayers that they encounter at one of the conventions. And so there you have it. So here's the side. I show the front and the back and the sides, and that's kind of what I do here. So that's volume 7. Moving it right along. We got a couple volumes to go. We're about halfway through the ones that I have. So here is volume 8, and we got both the MCs on this time. We have, of course, Okumura, and we have Ririsa as Lilio. And they're kind of doing the pose there. And I believe this is the volume that kind of kicks off or I should say is the end arc for the convention, and it's also the same arc where Arya meets her father, or rekindles or gets back, or contacts her father, I should say. And I believe that's Arya's father there. He's a manga artist and so on and so forth. It divulges, this is a. You see this of course in the anime as well. I believe volume 8 is kind of right around where the second part, or the back end of the second part of the anime series, because the anime was 24 episodes, so like getting into the final couple episodes of the second core, that's where volume 8 ends up, or the series ends up, I should say. So here's volume 9, and there you see, of course, oh my goodness, we have Ririsa and Mikuri in there you see beach attire, because this actually takes place at the beach. This volume covers the beach episode and so on and so forth, and then here's Okumura, and this volume is basically where the anime kind of ends off, because the last 2 episodes of the anime, all the characters, the manga club end up at like the beach or whatever, and this is the it's the part where Okumura finds out about Mikuri's true thoughts or true feelings about him, because he overhears a conversation between Mikuri, where Mikuri basically admits to Ririsa that she had feelings for Okumura since she was a kid. So, and then Okumura kind of refines it, or what do you call it? Okumura kind of looks, digs inside himself to try to be a better photographer, if you will, or something like that. For those of you who watch the series, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, moving on. So here's volume 10. As you can see, this is the start of this is a new character who has not been introduced in the anime yet. And I imagine, whenever the second season starts, she will be introduced. I kind of don't want to spoil it, but I'm just kind of showing you the cover art here. So this character is very pivotal to the story, especially when it comes to Okumura, and so you'll be introduced to her, I imagine, in the second season, whenever 2.5 Dimensional Seduction Season 2 comes out. So this is her, and I believe this is her as well, in cosplay form, and so, look, spoiler alert, she's a bit of a cosplayer as well, and you'll be surprised, you'll be surprised to find out who that is. And anyway, here are two more cosplayers, in maid outfits and so on and so forth. And so so we're getting into some deep stuff there. All right, so next up we have volume 11. Here we see volume 11. We see Okumura and Ririsa, who are in regular attire, and they're singing on stage. And again, this is all part of everything after volume 9. This is all stuff that we haven't seen in the anime yet, so all this stuff will be touched on come season 2. And then here's the back cover. We got another cosplayer there, and I forget who that is. I remember reading, when I read through volume 11, that character was introduced by, I forget the name right offhand. So it is what it is. Again, I don't want to spoil too much for anybody, who hasn't read up to this part of the manga yet, so I don't want to spoil too much. I'm just kind of showing off the volumes. But anyway, so here's volume 12, and here we have a whole cast of characters, some of which, actually all these characters are kind of new. But yeah, so here's volume 12, and we have a whole new, I guess it is new technically according to the manga. But anyway, so we got a whole cast of cosplayers here, and you'll find out who these characters are. Like I said, once if you read up to this part, if you read up to volume 12, or once the second season of 2.5 Dimensional Seduction comes out. So here's the back cover, and another character there in cosplay. Alrighty, so just continuing along, we got a few more volumes. Okay, now here we have volume 13, and here's another character that has yet to be introduced. And spoiler alert, it is one of the queens of cosplay, one of the 4 queens of heavenly queens of cosplay. I'm not gonna say who, but I'm just throwing that out there. But this is her. This is her on the cover, and this is her in cosplay form. And then on the back here, we have 2 more cosplayers as well in the side. And so so again, very, very, very solid covering, very nice, very excellent cover art. I love the cover art for these. And then finally, the last and the latest of the manga volumes that I've gotten, it is volume 14. As you can see, that is indeed Okumura, and this is the girl from earlier, and he's carrying a bouquet. And you'll know what this is all about. You will know what this is about when we get to this part. If you've read this manga, if you've been following the manga, if you read this specific volume, or you're reading up to the chapters or whatever, you'll know what this is all about. And I know once we get to a season 2, the relationship between these two will definitely be one of the biggest points in that series. And so here's the back. As you can see, that's Ririsa again as Liliel. And so there you go. So that is volume 14, and that is the last volume that I've collected. So that is the entire collection, volumes 1 through 14. So there you go, man. So there you go. So with that being said, that is the entirety of my 2.5 Dimensional Seduction manga volume collection. So let me just show you. Here, I'm gonna do it in parts because I can't hold them all in my hand because it's quite a bit of them. So here's volumes 1 through 7. As you can see, that's all the collections there, from the first all the way down to, from 1 all the way down to 7. So there you see the sides there, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, brand new manga volumes, brand spanking new, hardly no dust on them, no markings on them, no nothing. It's just, like I said, brand new in pristine condition, in mint condition. So as you can see the shine, as you can see there from the shine. So that's 1 through 7, and then this here is volumes 8 through 14. So just wanted to show you that. And so there you go, from 8 all the way down to 14. So there you have it. So let me just go ahead and slide them back into the box that I keep them in, because I keep them in a box. It's not anything special. It's like a box that was sent, when because every now and then I get stuff in the mail. Sometimes I keep the boxes so I can hold stuff in it. So I've been using some of these shipping boxes to hold my manga volumes in. So there you have it, folks. That is my 2.5 Dimensional Seduction manga collection, volumes 1 through 14. And like I said, I am actively collecting them. And the next volume that I collect, I think, comes out in another couple months in the summer, if I'm not mistaken. In August, I believe volume 15 releases. So it's right now, when it comes to both 2.5 Dimensional Seduction and 100 Girlfriends, those are two manga series that are continuously releasing, that are actively releasing. Excuse me. So every couple months, like every 3 months, they release a new volume. I believe the next volume for 2.5 Dimensional Seduction comes out in August, and then the next one for 100 Girlfriends comes out in September. So they're about a month apart. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing that, keep collecting them until they finish, and hopefully they don't hopefully they don't run too long, because I do want to complete. I'm very much a fan of both, so I don't mind collecting them, but I do hope that they conclude, at least when it comes to the manga. I'm sure 100 Girlfriends is probably going to be a while, because obviously it's not going to conclude until we see all 100 Girlfriends. But 2.5 Dimensional Seduction, we'll see how far it goes. But anyway, so that's pretty much going to do it for that. So that is the entirety of my 2.5 Dimensional Seduction Manga collection. So I wanted to show that off for you here as another bonus, as another, video that I want to kind of do here to showcase, one of the manga collections that I'm, one of the manga series that I'm currently collecting. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was a treat. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment. Give me your thoughts on the series. Give me your thoughts if any of you are watching or reading the manga, following the manga, if you saw the anime, what you think of the series as a whole. Just hit me up, let me know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support you get. With that being said, it's pretty much going to do it, man. So thank you for watching. Like I said, more content to come. It's just a matter of me, getting around to recording and uploading and all that kind of stuff. So please be patient, but more content is definitely coming to you within the coming days, within the coming weeks, and throughout the majority of the rest of this year, 2025. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, have a good rest of your night. This has been Phantom Anime Reviewer signing off here on the Phantom Anime Reviewer channel, and I'll see you guys later. I'm out for now. Have a good one. Peace.